Hey World History, this is Miss Corey. Welcome to Unit 17. So this is our last unit that we will be doing for the year, which is crazy to say. So if you remember back a few months ago, if you're in one of my sections, I had you vote on what unit you wanted to do as like a fun kind of end of the year unit. And for those of you who gave me suggestions and then voted, this was the winner. It is about the history of witch trials, the dancing plague, and legendary creatures. So I listened to you as students and I made this mini unit for you to learn about that. Now, this video, we are going to go through kind of what you're going to do for the next couple of weeks. So for starters, let's just do a little disclaimer here. So this unit will be a quick historical look at witch trials, the dancing plague, and legendary creatures. This unit is not about teaching of or promoting of witches. I'm just sticking to the historical stuff. I found a couple Minnesota state standards that also connect with this unit. But here is our calendar for this unit. So I try to make this unit pretty low key, since we're kind of wrapping up the end of the year. So of course we're starting off with our video that I'm making right now, talking to you. And then after that, you're going to do U17-L2, Lucy Worsley, Witch Hunts 0 through 30, and then U17-L3, which is the second half of that video. That video is from the BBC, and Lucy Worsley is a pretty famous historian over in England, and she just talks about the historical aspect of a big witch hunt that happened in Scotland in the late 1500s. And then U17-L4 is the dancing plague of 1518. That is another Edpuzzle video that talks about this dancing plague that really happened where a bunch of people started dancing and no one really knows why. And then we have work time on Friday, so no new assignments on Friday, just work on the stuff that you got before that. And then we have a long weekend. Now, please do note that all late/missing assignments are due on May 24th at midnight. That includes the assignments from this week number 1 as well. So make sure you turn them in. If you do not turn them in on time, it will be a permanent 0. The reason why I do that is because I pretty much ran out of time at the end of the year to grade stuff. So that's why I'm really, really strict about you turning in your stuff on time. May 25th, we don't got school, and then when you get back, we're actually going to bounce back to Unit 16 for just a day. You don't have to switch folders or anything. It'll be in the Week 2 folder, so no worries about that. But you're going to do a peer review about modernish events, which I will talk about. And then U16L5, which is a Google form where you fill out for your peer review of your modernish event. And then to wrap up Unit 17, you're going to do the sign-up sheet of legendary creatures and then a legendary creatures research project. So let's take a deeper dive into the folders here. So this is Unit 17, Week 1. We have the 3 Edpuzzles. So again, the witch hunts, those are a 2-parter, and then the dancing plague of 1518. Each of those videos have 5 questions that you have to answer, and I will be grading you on if you get it right or wrong. And then let's go into week number 2, because that gets a little bit trickier. So, Unit 16, you all did a modernish event and researched it. And what I want you to do is take a look at some of your peers' events. And I do that through this kind of sign-up sheet thing. So let me show you how that works. So you're going to click on this link here, and that will take you to this Google Doc. So, directions. Below is a list with all students' names and their modernish event and slideshow link. You must sign up to peer review 2 of your peers' modernish events. Sign up your first and last name into the green peer reviewer column for 2 of your peers. The names/rows I have blackened out are people who have not turned in their slideshow yet. So do not put your name on the peer review theirs, because there's nothing to peer review because they never turned in their assignment. You're going to read your 2 chosen peers' modernish event slideshow, and then you're going to go back to Schoology and fill out the U16L15 Google Form peer review modernish event slideshow Google Form, which I'll show you as well. So notes, only 2 people may sign up to review each peers' modernish event slideshow. If you sign up as the 3rd person to peer review a peer's modernish event slideshow, you will not receive credit for that peer review. So this isn't a popularity contest. It's okay not to peer review your friend's Modernish event slideshow. There are students from Rogers, Elk River, Zimmerman, and fully online high schools in this class, so you'll more than likely have a peer review a stranger's slideshow, which is great because, you get to know other cool, events that happened in the modernish time and how other people do research. And no, you cannot peer review your own slideshow. So you will see here, I have a giant list with all of your names on it. Yes, all 4 sections are on this list. And then what I will do as the weeks go by is I will add your links to your Modernish slideshow event so everyone can have access to it in the classes. So Evan, you are kind of my guinea pig on this one. So everyone else will have links here in just a couple of days, but for now, for time's sake, I'll just kind of use Evan. So he did the 2006 Mumbai train bombing. And let's say that I really want to peer review Evans. So what I do is I am going to click over here onto the green boxes that says peer reviewer, put your name in the boxes below, and I'm going to type my name that I want to peer review him. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on that link. I'm going to look at his slideshow. And when I'm done looking at his slideshow, I'm going to pick another student to peer review. And do the same exact process. All right, so going back to our weeks, we then had the U16-L5 Google Form peer review Modernish events. So once I have chosen the 2 people I want to peer review, I am going to click on that link for the Google form. And this will take you to a Google form just like this. What you're going to do is you're going to fill out your first and last name. And then you are going to put the first full name and last initial of the first person you peer reviewed. You're going to answer the question, what Modernish event did this person do their project on? And then have you ever heard of the Modernish event before? If so, where have you heard it? It's okay if you haven't, by the way. And then name 2 things you learned about this Modernish event. And then name 1 thing the person did well on their project. And then name 1 thing that the person could have improved upon, if anything, on their project. And then you're going to do the same exact thing for the second person that you peer review. And once you're done with that, you're just going to submit it, and I will get a notification that you submitted it, which is great. And then once you're done with that, you're going to go on to U17-L5, sign-up sheet for legendary creatures. So to kind of wrap up the history of witch trials, dancing plague, and legendary creatures unit, we're going to do a little mini research project about legendary creatures. And don't worry, it's not a slideshow this time, because I'm sure you are bored of those. So directions. Below is a list of legendary creatures from around the world. I sorted them by world region. Step 1. Find 1 legendary creature that you want to research. You're going to put your name to the column on the right of your chosen creature, just like the Modernish Events project. Only 1 student can sign up per creature. If there is a legendary creature not on the list that you want to research, email Miss Corey first to get it okayed. Step 2 is you're going to research your creature. If you use AI, you can only use Gemini or Perplexity. If you didn't use AI, just be vigilant on what resources you use. Make sure you use reputable sources. You can look back to the crap slideshow if you need to. Step 3, click on this link or the Canva template of U17-L6 to create a Canva template of a wanted poster. On the poster, you need to include the following information: your name, the name of your legendary creature, a description of what the creature looks like, the location where the creature is thought to live or is from, when the creature was created or discovered, if the creature is associated with any religions, and if so, tell me what religion, and then 5 sentences about the creature. So I'm just kind of looking for basics about that. If you can't think of what to write, think about how the legend came to be, who were the first people to see it, are there any famous stories or incidents with the creature, are there modern interpretations of the creature, does it have supernatural powers, any cool facts, is there any tourism around this creature, and then a picture of what your creature looked like. So let me take a look at what that Canva is going to look like. So you'll all get access to this Canva here. Hopefully it works. I've never used Canva to actually assign assignments before, so I'm hoping it works. But as you can see here, this is a wanted poster. You're going to put the name of your legendary creature there. fill out the box here. The 5 sentences go here. If you want to do a reward, that's fine. And then your name down there. And make sure you do a picture of your creature as well. So pretty simple, kind of fun, kind of low key as we're wrapping up the end of the school year. All right. And then when you're done with that, you're going to simply either upload the PNG file or give me the link to your Canva right here in the U17-L6 Legendary Creatures Research Project Dropbox. All right. And then when we look into the first week of June, all we will be doing is a end of the year survey of just like things you liked and didn't like about the class. And that's it. Then we're done. Crazy stuff. All right, so I'll let you get to work. If you have any questions, please let us know. We are more than happy to help you out. And thank you again so very, very much for being part of Online World History. I enjoy it every time. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.